Hi everybody, welcome back to Read and Reread. I'm Angelia and today I have a haul video. I never did one in October and I have some books from October and then this first week of November to share with you. And I thought about waiting until after Thursday because I'm going to a library book sale, but no, I just feel like doing it now, so that's what I'm going to do. All right, so here's what I recently have acquired. Now first, here's a disclaimer about what I don't have in this pile. Some of the ones that I may have spoken about lately that I really want, I still don't have because now we're getting into kind of holiday territory. So some of these things are kind of going on wish lists because I would certainly love to receive some books or bookstore gift cards for Christmas, whichever, it's not even a hint because everybody who might want to get me a gift already knows this, but anyway, I kind of have to impose a cutoff on some of these things after a certain point. So anyway, it means it'll be a good haul in after Christmas. So anyway, let's see what I actually do have here. First off, I have Shrines of Gaiety by Kate Atkinson, which I have shown several times and I did talk about last week. But I got it for my birthday earlier in October from my daughter. This one, I enjoyed it a lot. You can watch my Friday Reads video if you want to hear more details, but it was really fun. I recommend it to Kate Atkinson fans. It also stands alone if you have not previously read anything by Kate Atkinson. But it is set in the 1920s, so you get some wonderful settings, fun nightclubs, kind of a twisted plot where the characters intertwine and intersect, sometimes knowingly and unknowingly, and it's a lot of fun. So that was, I don't know where I'm going to put that. That was Kate Atkinson. You know what? I'm going to haul this cart right here so I have somewhere to set these as I go through. All right. Then I went on my trip to Washington, D.C., and I did visit some independent bookstores, and I highlighted them in a previous video, but first of all, boy, I am like tongue-tied. What is the deal? Blah, 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 blah. Let's start over. I went to one whose name is now escaping me, but I will put it up here, and I got Happening by Annie Ernaux, and I did also talk about this, I think, last Friday in Friday Reads. This was a very good book. It's very slim. It's a memoir about when Ernaux was in college and had an unexpected pregnancy and was trying to seek an abortion when it was illegal. It is very intense and it is pretty graphic as well. So if the topic is distressing to you, you might want to be careful upon approaching this book. But it was very powerful and moving, and I enjoyed reading it. Then also in DC at Kramer Books, I got Agatha of Little Neon by Claire. It might be, whoops, oh, there's the bookmark from Kramer's. I don't know if she pronounces her name Luchette or Luchette, and I could research that, but it seems like these names always pop up at me when I'm already filming. So my backstory about why I purchased this book was about, I guess, a year or two ago when the book was about to come out. I heard a piece on NPR. It was an interview with the author, and the book sounded really good to me. And I was in the car when I heard it, and I made a mental note to, jot it down, and then I never thought about it again. Completely went bloop. I guess I never ran into it at a bookstore. It just left my brain completely until I heard Greg mentioned it on his channel, Supposedly Fun, and talked very highly about it as one of his, I think he said it was one of his favorite books last year, or maybe he just said he really liked it. But anyway, I was like, oh, it's that book. And so I wrote it down for sure this time, but I couldn't find it secondhand. I couldn't find it when I went to an independent bookstore. So it was just sort of lurking there as a book that I was trying to find, and then I did come across it at Kramer Books. So I bought it. It is now mine, and I'm very excited to read it. And it is about, Agatha is a nun, and she is in a group of sisters that have to move because I guess the place they were living has gone broke, and so they have to move to another town, and they receive different job assignments, and she is sent to teach math at a girls' high school. And she has been very sheltered, cloistered, if you will, for like 9 years with these other sisters, and she hasn't really been out amongst people and dealing with lots of different things. And so she has to branch out. So that sounded really interesting to me. And now I'm so happy that I have it. Then I did get a book, and I cannot for the life of me remember which source I ordered this from, but I did order this copy of Foster by Claire Keegan. I really loved small things like these, and so I'm excited to get this. This was actually published in the UK in 2010, but it is now published in this edition in the US and Canada that came out, I think, last week. And it is a novella about a girl who is sent to live with relatives for the summer. And it says that in their home, she finds an affection and warmth she had not known, and slowly in their care begins to blossom. But there is something unspoken in this new household where everything is so well tended to, and this summer must soon come to an end. So that theme of something bubbling below the surface seems very familiar to me after reading small things like these. And I'm really looking forward to Keegan's style in this book, because I really loved the other one, and I want to read more of her writing. So I did pick that one up. Then I have a book that I got at Half Price Books when I was just browsing around randomly. This was in the clearance section for like $3, and it's Longbourn by Joe Baker, and this is one of those Jane Austen adjacent novels, and I have a checkered history with these. I am a sucker for them. They always attract me, and I am often disappointed by them. They're either the ones that get like really good reviews, I'll read them and I'll be like, well, that was okay. And then some of them are just not that good. And so here I am, but I thought, $3, and it had good reviews. So I'm putting myself out there again. I hope somebody will tell me that this is a good book, but this one is based on the events of Pride and Prejudice, but as told by the household staff, the servants. So that right there, it gives me like Downton vibes, and even though that's a different time period, but anyway, I'm opening my heart to yet again another Jane Austen-ish book, and we'll see what happens. But it just, even just like seeing it on the shelf, it just kind of attracted me. And then this one is a little less risky. This is a sequel. This is Marion Lane and the Deadly Rose. I read Marion Lane and the Midnight Murder, and I talked about that a few months ago. This series was recommended to me by a friend who we both had loved the Bletchley Circle. And so the first book is about Marion Lane, who is a kind of a novice in this group of people who work together. It's a detective agency, but it's secret. You enter it through kind of a portal that's in a used bookstore, and it's underground. Not like a magic portal, but like a actual portal. But there is a fantasy element in these books, and they're solving crimes, but there's secret passageways and some magical stuff, and it's set in the 1950s. The person who established the detective agency was one of the Bletchley Circle code breakers in World War II, and they're just very fun. So this is for when you want the lighter, more fun, almost YA, but not quite kind of vibe in there. So Marion Lane and the Deadly Rose. So I'm excited to have book 2. I believe I got this on Pango Books. I did, because the seller She sent it packaged so cutely. She had it all wrapped up nice with a little card and everything. It was just really, really sweet. And then last but not least, I am very excited that I have found the rare, the elusive, the much sought after Sleeping Car Porter. This book, I think, is published by a small press, Coach House Books, and I think that demand suddenly exceeded supply because when the book started winning prizes and popping up on lists, and it definitely popped up on my list. And I can't remember. I'll have to see. I'll have to do a little search about what those accolades have been so far. But this is a Canadian book, and it is about. It's okay. Here's what it says. It's 1929, and Baxter is considered lucky as a black man to have a job as a sleeping car porter on a train that crisscrosses the continent. He has to smile for the white passengers, not too much and not too little, and when they call him George, he just has to nod and act invisible. Meanwhile, he's obsessed with teeth and saving enough nickel and dime tips to pay for dentistry school. Okay, I have to confess that when I heard that it is about a man whose most fond dream is to go to dentistry school and that he really doesn't like the job he has, somebody else did pop into my mind. But anyway, he is a closeted gay man as well. And I guess that there is a mudslide that strands the car for a while, the train. And he is sleep deprived because he has to stay awake and wait on all these people throughout this crisis. And I guess old memories start bubbling up. Things start, getting strained in the cars. He also finds a postcard. Somebody loses a gay postcard in the train, and that stirs things up. And anyway, a lot of things are happening in a closed time and space, and it just sounds really, really good. I can't wait to read it. And that is The Sleeping Car Porter by Suzette Mayr, and I don't know if this is her first novel. I am not familiar with this author. Oh, no, it is not. She has several other novels, and I am unfamiliar with them. But if this one is as good as it sounds, I will be looking into her further. Okay, so that is my stash of goodness, and I cannot wait to read some of these. Let me know your thoughts on any of the books in this pile, and help me get more excited about reading them. I hope that you are having a wonderful reading week. I will be back with Friday reads, and also I just have to say I am barely holding it in on the holiday decor. So if anyone has I hope you have no objection to early holiday decoration, because I feel like maybe it could hit as soon as next week, because I am ready to deck the halls. So that has nothing to do with this haul. That's just my stray thought upon parting with you today. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.